What's up, traders? This is John here with TradingSim. Just wanted to put together a quick little tutorial on how I like to train my eye to find these VDU and pocket pivot setups. So what I like to do in the simulator is over on the left hand side of the pane where it says market scanners, I try to choose stocks that are gapping up a considerable amount percentage wise. And so already built into our scanner we have a host of options here, and I like to choose that, specifically the percent gain. And what that does is populate the list of the highest gainers for the morning. And then down along the bottom, I can choose a time frame that I can replay this particular day. I can also change dates if I'm not finding enough candidates here. But what I'd like to point your attention to is anything that's running in the morning on nice volume that might pull back. So what you can do is, to start off with, just kind of train your eye on what these setups look like. So here we are at 10:23 in the morning with WORX. If we fast forward a little bit, and just to see if this pullback that's happening right here with WORX actually consolidates nicely, we begin to see some coiling action. So as we move forward in time, just to see what works and what doesn't, we'll notice that WORX, no pun intended, does not work for this morning. So we can choose another one. Let's move our time frame back to 10:56, and let's choose. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I like to choose stocks that have some volume off the open and then put in a consolidation. So here's SGOC, and if we look at this one, it had a nice big push in the morning, right? And then we had those classic volatility contraction ABCD pattern right here that I talk about in the blog post. So what you want to look for is something like this that puts in a big run and then comes down and consolidates and puts in a low. And notice that we found support here a second time. Now we're forming a higher low. And within that higher low, what we find is a period of price volatility contraction. So the price is getting really tight right here, and the volume is drying up, and then we catapult out of there with a couple of pocket pivots. And if you want, you can always throw in some moving averages, like for example, maybe a 20 moving average is the one that I like to use for this. Or you could use say a VWAP, something to kind of show you where your average price is. So if I throw this 20 moving average, you notice that volatility contraction is happening right there at that crucial moment, and then we launch out of there. And you can see that if you'd taken a trade at that spot, what would have happened by fast forwarding a little bit later to around noon, and sure enough, that would have given you a nice little gain of around 41% right there. So, and then you can flip through and just kind of see what else is running for this day. So if we move our time frame back a little bit, choose another stock like this SEED, which was up 48%. Just excuse me, that clicked on a different stock there. SEED, here we go. And notice how we've had a big run. So by 10 o'clock, a big run. It's pulling back. It's not quite breaking down. And then you can either hit the replay button. I've got this going at 5 minutes per second so that it shows us, so that it saves us a little bit of time. You can do it in real time if you want. But here we go. Let's analyze this. Nice little volatility contraction pattern, a little ABCD pattern. Pulls back, tries to break down on this high volume candle right here, but notice the pullback. If we zoom in, notice that the pullback was very low volume, right? We also had some low volume over here, followed by some pocket pivots. And again, once again, notice that red 20 moving average providing support. And then that gives us a nice little entry signal for a 22% gain. So, I hope you'll use this in your training, and let us know that if there's something that we could add to feature-wise to the simulator. We'd love to hear your feedback. You can click on Provide Feedback over here on the right-hand side. And otherwise, keep a check on our blog for more great ideas. Thanks, and have a great day.